Hello everybody and welcome to Cosplaying Around. We've just got finished ringing in the new year, and with it that brings a whole new list of cosplaying possibilities. A new year is always a fantastic opportunity to come up with great new costume ideas, whether it's just something you've been wanting to do for a while, or it's something that you just now got into and you're like, well, might as well go for it. It's the time of year to go ahead and start planning your conventions and figuring out your workload. Planning conventions can be pretty fun and a little bit stressful. It's interesting for me because with my particular job, I do not have a lot of time to go to conventions, so I typically only get to go to maybe one or two a year. A few more if I go on Fridays only. There happens to be quite a few conventions within a few hours from me, so it's not that big of a deal if I only go for one day. Planning conventions should be done very carefully. You don't want to overspend your budget. If you make quite a bit of money, yeah, that's awesome. Go for it. Do whatever you want. If you need a budget, be careful. Try to be a bit frugal with your costume planning also. It's easy to get ahead of yourself and want to do something extremely extravagant, but generally from my experience, if you're like me and you pick one large convention to go to every year, which this year is going to be Dragon Con, it is easiest to try and manage your workload by having a few costumes that you've already made, a couple of simple ones to make, and maybe one or two large, extravagant ones. If you have a full-time job and you're trying to make these costumes, try to give yourself some leeway because you don't want to be that person working up to the event trying to get it finished. I've been that person at almost every single convention, and it can be a little bit obnoxious. I try to do better now. The last convention I went to was Anime Week in Atlanta, and I actually did manage to get all of my work done the morning before we left, which was nice because I just got to enjoy being there once we got there. Planning for conventions can be super fun, and seeing as there aren't a lot of conventions going on earlier in the year, I think our first one starts towards the end of next month, possibly. Either way, this is the best time to start doing it because most of the big ones aren't going to be for a few more months. So I hope you guys have fun looking up which conventions are in your area and trying to figure out which cosplays you want to make for this year, because that's what I'm going to be doing in the next couple of weeks, and I'm a little bit stoked for it. So we'll see you guys next week here at the Culture Cache. Hopefully I'll have some fun stuff for you. I think I do. We'll see.